gentlemen, welcome to tonight's episode of Morte. Tonight we shall see Sir Tristram smite the jealous lover of Morgane Le Fay. For the faint of heart, I advise you to turn away now. Hello, Karen, hello, Jenny, hello, Sarah, come in, hello, Queen, hello, Danny, hello, Julie, hello, everyone, welcome. I hope you're all feeling very, very well indeed. I'm in a fine mood this evening, and I hope you guys all are as well. Wow, lots of people, come in, guys, come in, welcome, he says, switching the phone off, no phones on for this show. Welcome, guys. It's great to see you. So, hello, Ian. Hello, Roger. Merry Christmas and ahoy, hoy, hoy. Welcome, guys. Get yourselves in here. It's not Poetry Live tonight, sir. It's Till Bashing tonight. Not Poetry Live. It's me. But do come back, because Till Bashing will be awesome and excellent. I'm glad that you've got your router fixed, Roger. My router plays havoc with me as well sometimes, so I know the feeling. And hello, Jeff. Hello, Taz. Come in, guys. Get yourself sat down. Hello, Power Star. Hey, Taz. Welcome. Come in. Sit yourselves down. I hope you're in the mood for a fine story tonight. Our penultimate story of Season 9 as we come crashing towards the end. Of course you knew that, Sarah. I know you knew that. You were clearly, as someone who messages me to tell me when I've got the date wrong for Till Bashing, I am sure that you know when Till Bashing is. Excellent. And it is. You're like, tonight's episode of Till Bashing will be good. So you guys are in for a great story later on this evening. Hello, Jeff. Hello. Welcome. We've got a great story in the works for you later this evening. Got a great story to start you off with. We have an hour of fabulous storytelling. Really, beginning with Le Morte d'Arthur, culminating in my retail novel. Till Bashing. Oh, Roger, you're too kind. Roger. Right. I have to say, at this rate, Queen, my hair is reminding me of Medusa herself. So, welcome everyone. Hello, Frambo, come in. For those of you who are new, my name is Simon, and every night at this time, I read some of the old legends of King Arthur as written down by Sir Thomas Malory. We are telling the story of Sir Tristram tonight, second greatest knight in all the realm. Tristram has been exiled from the kingdom of Cornwall, where he's been born, because he is in love with Queen Isolde of Cornwall. But Queen Isolde of Cornwall is married to King Mark. And though Isolde loves him as well, King Mark will not stand for any rival for his love. And indeed, Tristram has already made a cuckold of King Mark when he was discovered in bed with Queen Isolde. And so Tristram has been exiled. He's been wandering the land, coming up against adventure after adventure. And now his adventures have led him to the castle of the half-sister of King Arthur and the mother of Arthur's child, Queen Morgane Le Fay, the witch. Queen Morgane Le Fay has been besotted of the greatest knight of the realm for a long time, Sir Lancelot. And as Sir Lancelot will refuse to have anything to do with the evil queen, so Morgane has decided that she shall send to Arthur's court a shield that depicts a king and queen held in bondage and servitude to a knight. In doing so, she hopes to wake Arthur up to the realization that Lancelot is in love with his wife Queen Guinevere, and so have Lancelot sent into exile, where perhaps at last he might become the lover of Morgane le Fay. She has taken Sir Tristram captive and has agreed to only let Sir Tristram go if he carries this shield forth to the court of King Arthur, though Tristram does not realise the significance of the shield that he carries. Within that court, even though Morgane le Fay does not have Sir Lancelot as a lover, she does have her own paramour there, a plaything, a man toy, to do with as she wants, up until the point where Lancelot finally comes in. At the end of last episode, ladies and gents, Tristram was given this shield that she wishes to use to embarrass Lancelot and wake King Arthur up to the treachery taking place within his wife's bedchambers. Tonight, we'll see just what happens to Sir Tristram and that paramour kept within her court. Ladies and gents, let's get into tonight's show. So, after Sir Tristram took his leave of the Queen, yes, Queen, mantoy is Old English for words that I just won't even begin to tell you now. So I'm sure you might know a few. So, then Sir Tristram took his leave of the Queen and took the shield with him. And then, upon his leaving, came the knight who was Queen Morgane le Fay's paramour, and his name was Sir Hemison, and he made himself ready to follow after Sir Tristram. "Fair friend," said Morgane le Fay, "ride not after that knight, for you shall win no worship if you fight with him." "Fie on him, coward," said Sir Hemison, "for I have never known a good knight to come out of Cornwall other than Sir Tristram." "And what is he?" said she. "Is he Sir Tristram?" "No, no," said he. "The Sir Tristram is with Queen Isolde of Ireland. This man is not Tristram. He is but a daffish knight." "Alas, my fair friend, you shall find him the best knight that ever you met with if you choose to do battle with him," Morgane said, "for I know him better than you." "For your sake," said Sir Hemison, "I shall slay him and prove to him that he is naught but an impostor and not the real Sir Tristram after all." "Our fair friend," said the Queen, "I regret what will happen if you follow after him, for I fear that you will be sore if you ever come back again." And with this, the knight rode his way in anger after Sir Tristram, as fast as he had been chased with knights. And when Sir Tristram heard a knight come after him so fast, he turned about him and saw that knight coming up against him. And when he came nigh to Sir Tristram, he cried on high, "Sir Knight, keep yourself from me." And then they rushed together as if it had been thunder between them. And Sir Hemison bruised his spear upon Sir Tristram, but his harness was so good that he might not actually hurt him in battle. And Sir Tristram smote him harder, and he bore him through the body, so that he fell over his horse's croup. Then Sir Tristram turned to have done more with his sword, but he saw so much blood go from him that it seemed that he was likely to die. And so he departed from him and came to a manor of an old knight, and there Sir Tristram lodged. But here we must leave to speak of Sir Tristram, and speak instead of that knight, Sir Hemison, who was wounded to the death. For after he'd sustained those wounds, his varlet alit from his horse, took off his helm, and asked that lord whether there was any life still in him. "There is in me life," said the knight, "but it is but little, and therefore leap up behind me, and when you have hold of me, hold me fast that I will not fall from this horse, and bring me to the Queen Morgane le Fay, for deep draughts of death draw to my heart, that I may not live. For I would fain speak with her before I died, or else my soul will be in great peril before I die." For with great pain his varlet brought him to the castle, and there Sir Hemison fell down dead. And when Morgane le Fay saw him dead, she made great sorrow out of reason, and then she let despoil him unto his shirt, and so she let him be put into a tomb, and about the tomb she wrote, "Here lies Sir Hemison, slain by the hands of Sir Tristram de Lyon." And now we turn back to Sir Tristram, who asked that night his host if he saw late any adventurous knights. "Sir," he said, "the last night here lodged with me Sir Ector de Marie, and a damsel with him, and the damsel told me that he was one of the best knights of the world." "That's not so," said Sir Tristram, "for I know 4 better knights of his own blood, and the first is Sir Lancelot de Lake, who is his brother, and who is the best knight in the world, and then comes his other brother Sir Bors de Gagny, then Sir Blobris, then Sir Blamore de Gagny, and then Sir Gaheris." "No," said his host, "Sir Gawain is a better knight than he." "No, not so," said Sir Tristram, "for I have fought with them both, and I felt that Sir Gaheris is the better knight, and Sir Lamorak I call him as good as any of them, except Sir Lancelot." "Why do you not name Sir Tristram de Lyon?" said his host, "for I believe that he is as good a knight as any of them." "I know not Sir Tristram," said Tristram. And thus they talked and boarded as long as they might, and then they went to rest. And on the morning Sir Tristram departed and took his leave of his host, and rode towards the Roche d'Or, and no adventure had Sir Tristram but that. And so he rested not until he came to the castle, where he saw 500 tents, and a tournament raised for King Arthur. There we go, ladies and gents. We'll end. Actually, no, we only have a short while left. Ladies and gents, let's round this up. Let's go forth. Tristram has managed to get himself free of the clutches of Morgane le Fay. He's smitten her paramour unto death, when her paramour thought that Tristram was not the real Tristram but an impostor. And now he bears that shield unto the tournament that King Arthur himself is holding. Let's actually bring season 10 to the end tonight, and find season 9 to the end tonight, and find out what happens as Tristram brings that shield to the tournament. Then, at that tournament, the King of Scots and the King of Ireland held against King Arthur's knights, and there began a great medley of arms. And in amongst that medley came Sir Tristram, who did marvellous deeds, for there he smote down many a knight, and ever He was before King Arthur with the shield that was given to him. And when King Arthur saw that shield, he marvelled greatly in what intent it was made. But Queen Guinevere saw it for what it was, wherefore she was heavy with guilt. Then there was a damsel of Queen Morgan in a chamber by King Arthur. And when she heard King Arthur speak of that shield, then she spoke openly unto the king. Sir King, you should know that this shield was made for you, to warn you of your shame and dishonour, and that longeth to you and your queen. And then anon that damsel piked herself away privily, that no man might know where she had gone. Then was King Arthur sad and angry, and he asked from whence came that damsel, and there was not one who knew from where she had come or where she had gone. And Queen Guinevere called to her Sir Ector de Maris, and there she made her complaint to him, and said, I know well that this shield was made by Morgane le Fay to spite me, and that it shows my love for Sir Lancelot, wherefore I dread that I might be destroyed if my love is discovered. And ever the king beheld Sir Tristram, who did marvellous deeds of arms, that he wondered sore of what knight he might be, and well he knew that he was not Sir Lancelot. And it was told to him that Sir Tristram was in small Britain, in Cornwall, with Lady Isolde of Cornwall, for he believed that he had been in the realm of Logris, while some of his fellows were in the quest of Sir Tristram, that his own knight of the Round Table might find him. And so King Arthur had a marvel of what knight he saw upon the field of battle, and ever Sir King Arthur's eye was on that shield, and all this was seen by the queen, and that made her sorely afeard. And ever Sir Tristram smote down knights, wonderly to behold, what upon the right hand and upon the left hand, that ever no knight might withstand him. And the king of the Scots and the king of Ireland began to withdraw themselves from the field of battle, and when Arthur saw that, he thought that the knight with the strange shield should not escape him. And he called unto him Sir Owain le Blanchemain, and bade him to arm himself, and make himself ready. And so anon King Arthur and Sir Owain dressed themselves before Sir Tristram, and required him to tell him where he had the shield. Sir, he said, I was given this shield by Queen Morgane le Fay, sister unto King Arthur. And there, ladies and gents, with King Arthur facing off against Sir Tristram upon the field of battle, and Sir Tristram revealing that that treacherous shield was given to him by Morgane le Fay, the witch, sister of the Queen. There we must leave it, because that is where season 9, or book 9 of Les Morte d'Arthur ends. And, ladies and gents, when we get to season 10 after Christmas, when we start season 10, then King Arthur will be forced to do battle against Sir Tristram over that shield. That's right, ladies and gents. Sir Tristram stands on one side of the field, King Arthur stands on the other side of the field. Grass is between them, spaces between them, spears are in their hands, bridles are in their hands, horses between their legs, and shields upon their arms, and the two men will have to throw down after Christmas. So that's something to keep you guys looking forward to. After Christmas, we've got some serious smiting on our hands, but we'll end our tellings of Les Morte d'Arthur there, I think, ladies and gents. Oh, I know the feeling, Roger. I know the feeling. So, tomorrow night, I might go and read you something special as a little treat for Christmas. Tomorrow will be our final show before Christmas, and I'll read you a little special treat instead of the Morte itself. No, it's an old watch, Queen. I don't usually wear a watch, but I was organising an event today, and I've been scheduling people into various workstations, and from the bar to Christmas lunches and stuff all day. So I've been keeping time with a spreadsheet as I've moved folk around at some Christmas do's that I've been running today. So there. You're very perceptive, Queen. I'll take it off. I'll free my hands. But no, old watch, but it's worn very well. It is. It's I go through phases of wearing a watch a lot. I tend to take it off, though I never forget to. I'll take it off and I'll put it in a part of the house, and then I'll forget to put it back on. But certainly, when you're scheduling folk around and you've got lots of things to manage, watches come in very, very useful. Absolutely, Julie. It is time for tell bashing to come up. So, without further ado, then, ladies and gents, thank you so much for coming to the tale of Sir Tristram tonight. Tell bashing coming up in a couple of minutes' time. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Queen and Roger, Taz and Herbert. You've been a wonderful audience. I'm going to close this down, pop this back up in a few minutes, and see you for some till bashing fun. Bye bye.